right, thank you very much, Kevin Harlan. Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, coming your way momentarily. Shaq is here. Charles is here. Kenny is meandering.
I mean, if the Clippers ain't going to show up to play, I don't have to show up on time. This is not.
The Clippers didn't show up tonight.
No, so why do I have to be here on time to talk about them? No, I'm going to take my time to be here just like them.
Take a stand. We got Shaq and a Fool tonight, and we have the answer as to what happened to Shaquille O'Neal's pants.
It better not be Chuck. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Dude, I don't steal grown man's pants.
If it is, I'm
still wear pajamas.
Still wearing jammy
Matter of fact, April 19th, me and Chuck.
Doing what?
April boxing.
Boxing, okay.
Big gloves. Big
Thanks
gloves.
for clarifying. Hey. Inside the NBA is presented by Kia.
I love this music.
Yeah, well, that has to do with kind of the theme of the night. That's
Hey, baby, where's my pants?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is how the night began.
Where my pants?
Shaq coming out for the
Chuck stole
pregame
'em.
show with no pants on.
I got my drawers on.
We
But at
finally
least
have.
they clean.
Hey, we have the answer. What happened to Shaq's britches?
Put it on a T-shirt. Put it on a T-shirt. That's all I hear.
We are so lucky that someone just happened to be wandering by with a fire extinguisher.
Hey,
Man, are we lucky?
Must have been-
There's underdog.
Why do you think they exploded?
What happened was they put the kerosene on it. So you have to have air inside the garbage can. Was no air, so it just exploded up.
Let me see that again,
you
man.
talk about cussing, that it actually exploded. So everybody ran because when it exploded.
The only thing would have been better if he had been wearing the pants.
Oh. Well done there, Tugboat Joey. That was very nice.
Underdog.
That's nice.
Hey, underdog, put that on a
I
video.
apologize on national TV, Kenny.
thank you,
I'm
Shaq.
sorry. I don't play with grown men pants.
told you,
Actually, you do, but that's a different story.
Oh, man.
Man, we had two awful basketball games.
And on that note, let's look at the highlights of the Clippers and Suns. So you see the starting guards tonight, and you saw that graphic, and it was dominated by the Suns backcourt. 37 for Brandon Knight and 26 for Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously guard-oriented. They get all of their scoring. But, the funny thing is, most of the, when teams are guard-oriented, it's pretty much perimeter. But, they have to rebound. Bledsoe rebounds, offensive rebounds, drive to the rim. I don't think I saw one post-up play the entire game. I don't think I've ever watched an NBA game.
Because they guard do all the shooting. Hal Galema
Yes.
showed me a very interesting stat about the Clippers, and this is the Clippers have been out-rebounded in every game this year.
Yeah, they had not won the rebounding battle once. They tied once, but they had.
That's almost impossible, Ernie.
And tonight it was 46-37 Phoenix.
But don't they have the guy leading the league in rebounding?
DeAndre Jordan?
Basically.
No, that Mr.
No,
Drummond.
I'm sorry, Mr. Drummond. But basically, a guy close to leading the lead in rebounding, you still not. You should be
up there.
close up there.
Yeah,
But I will tell you
he's
something.
number two.
He's number two.
Let me tell you something. We're never going to show them, but what that young man, Mr. Drummond, is doing
And
in
Blake
Detroit,
Griffin's number 11, too. by the way.
he's just special.
Yeah.
We're not going to show Detroit, but
Why not?
Because they stink.
No, we're going to show. They don't stink. They're a decent team.
Well, I'm sorry, I apologize. They used to be bad, so we didn't put them on the schedule.
Okay, they used to be bad.
But they're going to make the playoff this year.
They are.
Detroit is
They
going
are a handful.
Stan Van Gundy's doing a good job.
Yeah, they got men on their team.
Yeah.
But they set the schedule about what you did last year. So Detroit's not going to, but they should be on television. They got a good solid team.
We'll see him on NBA TV. Rebounding games of 29, 27, 20, 19, and 17.
I know.
For Andre Drummond.
He's
so
rebounding
far.
like a man. He's
Twice the Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference.
Should've
First
been.
2 weeks of the season.
He's been awesome.
And they haven't
Like I
had
say,
one since like 09, Rodney
They're
Stuckey.
going to make the playoffs. It's unfortunate we set the schedule from what happened last year, but they're balling right now.
Tell me about this Blake Griffin thing now, because at halftime you guys were talking about, look, you said an official cannot throw out a guy in that.
That's a star, he said.
A star
Yes.
with his second tee. You said, look, Blake's got to know that he's got one and he can't risk getting another.
Some referees you could joke around with, but you already got one tech. Leave the guys alone. Keep playing. I think I know what Doc's going to say in the locker room. He's going to say, guys, we at the beginning of the year, we keep talking about being a championship team. There's no way Phoenix supposed to beat these guys like that.
Let's hear what Doc Rivers had to say about that situation. That was exactly like what you were just saying he would say after the game.
Yeah, you know, the others are eventually going to have to step up. Chuck made an interesting point on NBA TV when he said he underestimated Golden State. They have a great bench. And he also mentioned the Clippers with, Pierce and Josh Smith. You know, those guys had a chance to put up some big numbers tonight. They didn't do it. And, 4 out of 5 in the West, that's tough. You know, for the last couple of years now, games that they've let slip away have cost them going into the playoffs matchup-wise because, we all know it's all about matchups. You get a couple easy matchups, next thing you know, you're in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're the Clippers, you're supposed, on paper, have the deepest basketball team.
Every time.
You're supposed to have the deepest team. So regardless if you win, lose, or draw, you should be competitive when you have guys like Josh Smith, who's been starter, and really most of his career has been a starter. You have, Paul Pierce, who's supposed to can give you that one game, and this is that game that you're supposed to give him. So I agree totally with Shaq. I just thought they quit when Blake Griffin went out. I don't think the effort level was the same. And Chuck, I'd still disagree because we don't know how many times a referee told him, enough is enough.
Well, but I thought Doc,
enough is
I
enough.
thought Doc actually agreed with me. He said that's.
But
Blake.
he said the play before he took his mouthpiece out.
No, he said Bledsoe did that and threw it on the floor, and they didn't call it technical.
But I'm saying enough is enough.
Bledsoe's on Phoenix.
No, meaning I'm not taking anything in this game. You know how that goes.
Guy Blake's caliber, and Doc alluded to it. You got to give him a pass in that situation. But I don't think they quit. I just think without Chris Paul, their starting backcourt just got mauled. The 2-point guards from Phoenix just killed them. But let me say this. I disagree with you about how deep the Clippers are. I think the bench is their question mark. Paul is past his prime, and the 2 guys that they need to play well are wild cards. You have no idea what you're going to get from Josh or Lance. At least you look at Golden State, their bench. At least you know what you're going to get from those guys every night. You look at Oklahoma City. You look at the Spurs. Their bench, I like their benches better. Because, listen, to me, Lance and Josh are wild cards.
I'm just saying that at the beginning of the season, the one thing that everyone said is, wow, the improvement of the Clipper bench.
See, and I never said that because I don't think those guys are very talented players, but you can't say what you're going to get from those guys every night. Like Lance Stevenson, he was 3 years ago, he was an all-star, basically. And he's dropped off the face of the earth. Josh is on his 3rd team in 2 years. That tells you something about his personality. He's very talented, but he's never put it all together. And the Clippers don't know what they're going to get from their bench.
We got the Clippers again next week, by the way, taking on Golden State. That'll be worth a watch.
I'm going to put you underdog.
All I know is I'll never be out there with the Pyro guys again. They don't know what the hell they're doing. It's obvious.
The reigning NBA champions won their first 9 games by an average of nearly 18 points a night, and on Thursday night had a chance to set a franchise record by opening the season 10-0. Standing in the way, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who had a streak of their own they were trying to snap. 11 straight losses at home dating back to the last 8 games at Target Center last season. We go to Minneapolis for the highlights of Game 1 of our double dip. There's Karl Anthony Towns, who will turn 20 on Sunday. So, Kenny, you've brought us out here to Kenny's court for the first time on the new court.
Right. The new court. Yeah. I like the logos on the back, the digital logos. Yeah. But, I want to talk about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And, everyone says there's certain ways maybe you can guard him because we say, why is this guy who's 155 pounds soaking wet able to dominate a basketball game? So I want you to be Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. I'll be Steph, and these be our 2 defenders. So, you know what? Shaq, if you guard me, it'll be easier because we don't want Chuck to move around too much with the hip. And we love your outfit.
Yes.
I just want to get another closer look at it, touch him up. But the first thing you think is, you say, well, let me get physical with him and let me bump him up and touch him up. But because his ball handling ability is so good and his range is so deep, he'll move away from it. And then now when the pick comes, you say, well, if the pick comes, just double him. But what he does when you double team him, he says, I'm not just going to give my dribble up on the first dribble. I'm going to drag it a little bit longer. And now I give Draymond Green an easy opportunity for the pass, for a shot, or the dunk. The second thing you have to understand is because once he takes you in and you say, well, let me go over the pick. Because he's so good and fast, he drags, and now all of a sudden you got a one-on-one, and he creates, and he's great at the floater. What do you think?
Well, right now he's just playing. His confidence is supreme. He can make. He'll take any shot, and he's making all those shots. But to me, it's just he's like, I can score on anybody. And when you cross over from being a great player to a superstar, your confidence goes through the roof, and his confidence is through the roof right now.
And Golden State, still perfect, 10-0 as they win tonight at Minnesota. You know what? The Timberwolves, it's never happened in NBA history where in the first 8 games you won your first 4 on the road and lost your first 4 at home, but it happened to Minnesota. Where are you going, man? Hey, he knows you're coming.
Dude, we're on TV.
He said that before the season?
Before the season, I thought
Put us on your site to get views. Take us off.
But listen,
There
right
you go,
now,
Chet. That'll win.
Jaleel Okafor is the leader in the clubhouse.
Right back at you, Kenny.
Right back at me? Let me see.
There is no chance.
20 on the jumper.
Okay, Ernie.
Oh,
Talk about Ernie.
20 on the jumper, Ernie.
That was pretty nice
28,000
right there.
points, Ernie. Cut it out.
He's the one who bet you the 20.
I said 20 on the jumper.
Look what's been delivered to the offices of Turner Sports.
What's that?
It's Charles' 15-year gift.
Oh, congratulations, man. 15
From
years
Turner,
from being
15
on Turner,
years.
man. I remember the car they gave me, so it must be a key to that car in there.
Let's see.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Y'all just gave me a piece of glass that says 15 years on it. I got been bamboozled.
You didn't get the car?
Come on, man. Come on, man. This is what I get.
Oh, but that's nice, though.
Turn it up. Turn it.
You can
Turn
always
it.
keep that. I can't always keep
what?
my car.
Turn it to the camera so people can see.
I
it.
can't
There
always
you go.
keep my car.
That's what y'all give me for 15
You
years.
should have seen what I got for 25.
Come on, man.
Congratulations.
It was very similar, but
Come on, man.
25 on it. There you go. Are you saying that wasn't your face?
That was my face, but y'all, it's a conspiracy right here to make my face look bad.
That's when he cramped
doing
up
that
that
easy.
one time. Remember that? When he cramped up.
Hey, man,
in the
listen,
back,
I
man.
love working for Turner. I got the best job in sports working with you guys, but y'all could have
Come on, man.
Y'all could have
How could you be sleeping? How could anyone catch you
It
sleeping?
was like 9 o'clock
Other
in the
than
morning.
in your
That was in
house.
New York.
9 o'clock in the
We were
morning.
all up, too.
That's okay, but I had been up all
You
night.
should never be get caught
Hey,
sleeping
man, first
anywhere
of all,
other
come
than
on, man.
your
Y'all
house.
got to
Small
splurge
place.
on my gift.
First of all.
Come on, man. Y'all got to splurge on my gift.
First of all.
We gave you a Shaq watch earlier.
That's a wrap for Inside
Gave you
the
some bubble
NBA
gum.
presented by.
There you go. 15 years. Take some Charles bubble.
There's some more chewing gum for Shaq and Benny and Charles and Johnson. Good night.